Okay. All right. Good evening. Good evening. Now it's tucking time. It is tucking time. Oh, little Lisa went to get her jammies on. She's so cute. Now, my daughter has a lot of music. She's in the shower. I wonder if you guys can hear that. I don't know if you can hear it. Hopefully, you can't hear it. I don't know. I haven't even gotten started, and I'm gulping in the gulping ministry is in full effect. So, welcome to Tuck in Time. Now, if this is now look, I don't like all that space above my head. Okay, so that is why you guys see me do that sometimes. I just I don't like all that space up there. That's just my preference. That's just one of my things. So right now, I'm not hot yet. So be ready for that, just in case I get warm. If this is your first time on a live Talkin' Time, my name is Sheena Major, and I'm your life coach. And at this time of night, we are reading a book. Right now, we're doing Destiny by T.D. Jakes. And the purpose of this being on YouTube this late at night is for you to go to bed with something good in your head. Okay, now my rhymes are nothing like so-sos. So that's the point of this because I'm tired at this point, but I know for me on my journey, falling asleep with something good was very key for me in my journey of healing. So that's what this time is about. And I have to remember after I post these things to like share them on the other platforms. I'm trying to get better at that. But if you're here, I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're listening, whether you're in your jammies and in bed or whether a better time is good for you. I'm still going to be as faithful as possible to continue reading. Even after we finish this book, we're on page 216. And I always keep telling you guys how much more we have. It goes to page 246. So I'll be bringing you something else. So don't think you're getting rid of me yet. You're not getting rid of me yet. So now I'm really, I didn't tell you guys something today. Okay. So today, if you watch the Jesus Calling video or listen to it, I said I had an appointment. Now, do you want to know the truth and the whole truth about my appointment? I'm going to share it because it's been kind of bugging me all day because and this is how I know, as soon as I said I had an appointment, it wasn't that I was like, was I convicted or was I just like, Sheena? That wasn't like the whole truth because I knew I was going to go live tonight. I had kind of planned on it. I can see how I'm feeling as my morning and day is going. And you know how I've been going to the dentist, right? If you guys have been watching any of these, I've been filling you in about my dentist appointments. Well, and I know some of you are going to go back and look at an older video after I tell you this. Oh, you will. Oh, you will. Oh, you will. So I went to the dentist because my dentist is always telling me, do you want to get your gap fixed? Do you want to get your gap closed? Blah, 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 blah. So she did a mock-up of what it would look like because she says that space is not the God-given space that God gave you. It's growing because when you sleep at night, your tongue is pushing up on your teeth and spreading it apart. But anyways, I had mentioned this whole process about fixing spaces, but not that one because down right here, I had this space. So every time I make a video, I would notice that I had a space between my front middle left tooth and the one next to it. And at my one appointment when I got the cap for the crown or whatever, she's like, oh yeah, we can fix that, no problem. So that's what I had done today. So now I know you're going to have to go back and look at the other videos and you will notice that that little space is gone. So that's what I did before I sat in that park and read the Jesus Calling with you. So yeah, confession. Okay, that's really what I was up to. And something about being on this type of platform, it's like I find that I can't cover anything up. If it's current in my life, And if I don't go live, then maybe the window of opportunity has been missed. But if I'm on here, that was part of my day, and that was a big part of my day. That was a big part of my day. So I know that some of you are going to go back and look at an older video and notice that space. I know you will, because some people are just curious like that and nosy and just want to know things, and that's fine. Now, Susan Tortora, hi. It's me, Gianna. Oh, now Gianna. Oh, Gianna. Hi, honey. How are you? That's super sweet. Bren lost her phone, honey, so during the summer. So if you've been trying to get a hold of her, you're going to have to call my phone, okay? And she's sleeping now, but I will let her know. And I'm wondering why you're still up, because there's school tomorrow. But I'm glad you're listening. God bless her. All right, so that's super cute. So yeah, that's what I was up to on that appointment. I had that little space closed because I realized every time I would look at a live or as I was editing, I would notice that space. Now, not the big one on the top row, but that one on the bottom. So that's interesting. Do you and do you feel better about it? Yeah, well, it's just that little thing, Lisa, and I think I do. So, and then she did a mock-up of the top, but I told her, my dad had a gap, and this is part of me, but she's been explaining the medical part of it. So we'll see. I'm going to pray about it. And then, of course, the dentist throws in, oh, you're so pretty. You can't have that space. I'm like, well, why? Does that space not make me pretty? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But, dentists like to go in and do things, and they like to putz around. It's kind of like the hairstylist who likes to cut. I guess the dentist likes to close gaps, right? I don't know. So that's that. Today, oh, I know. Not Bren had ballet, but Blessing's volleyball games tomorrow night. It's the finals. So I'm going to be at that tomorrow. So I knew I wouldn't go live tomorrow night. And I knew, oh, I'm definitely not closing mine either, Lisa. No. I told her that. I said, original state, but I think now I just have this. I think the dentist put this fear, like I'm going to wake up one morning and my teeth are going to start way over here. So I don't know, but how people, it's interesting because people know what to say to get you moving in the direction of what they want. They know tactics. It's like salespeople, people know how to say things to get you to do what they want. So I really have to pray and make sure it's something I want. And that's a lesson. Hi, Divinity. My mom had a gap and my dad loved it. The dentist closed it and he was oh, yeah. Yeah, I would never, ever close mine. Plus, the dentist told me today, Sheena, it is too big of a gap. She said, if I close the gap, it can't be closed because it will look strange because you'll have these two really big teeth. So my gap can't be closed even if I wanted it to, because it would just look crazy. But I do have like this bump of my tongue that's forming that rests inside there when I'm sleeping at night. So yeah, but so that's good. We're in good hands with Divinity's mom. That's awesome. Okay, we're like the little gap trio, right? Divinity, you can like step in for your mom. Me, you, and Lisa smiles. All right. So I was just looking back at my dad. I was looking to see, but his mouth is closed. So, anyways, have a peaceful sleep, Gianna. Yeah, super cute. Super cute. A little side story. If you're wondering who Gianna is, when my church had an outreach in the town our church is in with other churches, my daughter was there and I was registering people for the day to come. And I registered this one lady, and she had a daughter, and this little girl was brought by another family who lived um, in that town. But it turned out that this little girl lived in the same town that we did. So Brennan, little Gianna, hit it off really good, and she ended up spending the night that night, and Yeah, so she must have had her phone out and saw that I went live. So that was really sweet. All right, you guys. Yeah, I won't be live tomorrow because Blessing's playing in the finals. Her team is playing in the finals, which is so exciting. So if they win, they're the best team in the state, right? Is that right? No, they're the best team in their county, and then they'll move on to regionals and then state. Yeah, Divinity, bless her heart. That was really cute. That was really cute. Because these little kids have phones, and look how late it is, and she's on her phone. Oh, we gotta watch what's going on. We gotta watch what's going on. I'm kind of glad Bren lost hers. It was a little iPod, but she had like her family's phone numbers in it so she could call us. All right, you guys, I'm doing all this talking. I'm going to put myself to sleep just talking. But I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're listening. So tonight we're going to read, continuing in chapter, was it 15? I think it was 15. And we're on the part about avoid the deceptive lure of popularity. Now I'm realizing for some reason these glasses work better. So I'm going to switch and I can see better. So hold on. I hope I can get them on over this. That's so much better. All right, you guys ready? Everybody's comfortable. Everybody's comfortable. Here we go. Avoid the deceptive lure of popularity. Now look, already. And don't worry about the sound of your gulp, Lisa smiles. You just let that gulp be free. You do what you need to do to keep bringing us the lives. It's all about being comfortable. Opinions can be positive too. It's wonderful to know that people are helped or pleased as you fulfill your destiny. Others can cheer you to great heights or adoration, but nobody can afford to get caught up in the high opinions of others. People will love you, but can quickly turn against you. When you're positioned toward destiny, don't get caught in the false lure of popularity. Develop a thick skin even when you're popular and don't believe your own resume. If you don't, it can later be painful to hear the voices of cruel, non constructive criticism. You cannot have it both ways. You can't choose to hear only the voices of those who adore you and shut down the voices of those who don't. As you make your way to destiny, you will learn much more from those who criticize you than those who adore you. I learned much about who I was from my haters when I came under a fire of criticism. The first time I had that experience, I couldn't even defend myself because I was shocked that people even cared enough about me to write about me, whether negative or not. I had no idea I was important enough to be hated on at that level. My haters taught me my own significance. Mm. Your destiny doesn't depend on the opinions of haters or applauders either. They're all making judgments about your future based on your right now. And that's not a complete picture. Only God sees the big picture. Now, what stood out to me was, it doesn't depend, your destiny doesn't depend on your opinions of haters or the applauders. So whether someone's hating on me or you or applauding us, like it shouldn't affect our destiny. God sees the big picture. That's really good. And that's good for people who are in the public or online. Like some people are going to love you and some people aren't, but we're growing, we're growing every day. We're growing and becoming and changing, and some people are going to stay with you and some people might fall off as you grow, you know, and as you change. And you know what, you guys, tonight I have another stomach ache. I got to stop eating late at night. I got to stop doing that. If you want to know. Now, look, I'm pulling my shirt down too much. I got to stop eating late at night because my stomach hurt last night when I was reading. and I'm realizing it's a pattern. Two times is a pattern in my eyes, so I can't eat late at night. Now I just have water because I didn't want anything else in my stomach because I knew it was starting to feel weird when your live was going on. So I'm just gonna drink the water. All right, getting hot. Don't listen to people who have nothing to lose. James A. Baldwin said, "The most dangerous creation of any society is the man who has nothing to lose." Those who have nothing to lose don't care about their own success, so they certainly don't care about yours. It's disheartening to note the number of accomplished athletes, actors, and other famous people who have met with failure because they took the advice of someone who had nothing to lose. Star college running back Maurice Clarent had great potential when a major NFL team drafted him. The young man had talent, but was known for exhibiting bad behavior. Eventually, his poor choices led to an armed robbery conviction and a prison sentence. After he served his sentence, a sports reporter interviewed him about his experience and asked how many of the people he once associated with visited during his more than 3 years in prison. None of them, he responded. They took their behavior to the next person and wherever the next party was going on. But apparently, the young man engaged in some introspection during his incarceration. He began to understand why some professional athletes have a difficult time putting distance between themselves and those they knew, including family members, before landing 6 or 7 figure rookie contracts. He observed, "You may feel guilty or feel they should enjoy this time with you because they've been around you. The truth is, they've been around, but they have not put in the same amount of work as you." Survivor's guilt can affect those who successfully escape a life of poverty or dysfunction. Guilt for having worked their way out of those circumstances, they are tempted to bring along others they knew before who did none of the hard work, who are only interested in the perks of success, or who cannot leave inappropriate behavior behind. The successful are often accused of forgetting where they came from. They feel guilty and try to maintain friendships with people who are not going anywhere. Destiny does not require you to continue to surround yourself with people from a life you worked hard to escape. Now, I gotta stop there because I'm sitting here, I'm reading this, and I'm thinking, yes, we have to, move ourselves away from people who aren't heading in the same direction as us. But this goes true for ourselves as well. Like, the thoughts that we have about ourselves, we've got to remove ourselves from those old thoughts, right? So you've got to, and this is a good exercise. Like, oh, how can I put this? When we're trying to grow and make ourselves become, and we're becoming better people, you've got to be able to look at yourself while you're going through your day and your life. So, like, let me give another example because for some reason, Brent and I are like having my daughter and our communication is really intense. So tonight this morning I drove her to school this morning and she was asking me a question about Lucifer and how the angel, he was the archangel, the most beautiful angel, but he wanted to be like the Most High. And how, he got kicked out of heaven and a third of the angels went with him. And then 2/3, are left, heaven. And then I talked to her about this, how how um there's evil in the world because those fallen angels, right? But she was trying to explain something to me about the one third and two thirds, and I think she was getting confused with a little video she watched, and then I was giving her my best explanation. So tonight it came up again, and it was getting me riled up, and I could feel myself. So what I had to do is step outside myself and watch myself respond to my child, watch myself, like what I was saying to her and how I was reacting to her and not responding to her, and decide, am I going to keep going in that direction, or am I going to be someone different? Am I not going to let her work me up again, or am I going to choose to be better? And that's what this reminded me of when he was talking about actual people we have to remove ourselves from. But sometimes you got to step out of yourself and look at yourself and watch yourself, how you're behaving, what you're saying, how you're acting, and decide, is that who you want to be? And move away from her, right? Or move away from that person you used to be. And it's a process. It's every day we're growing. So it looks like Tracy Ann came on in here. Hi, Tracy Ann. And Queen Divinity's here. Okay. So a working but poor man grew tired of being trapped by the limited circumstances of his life. He took inventory of his friends and noted that one of them, who wasn't particularly smart or gifted, had amassed wealth. He asked this friend how he accrued his fortune. The wealthy friend's response was, "Keep the right company." He observed that all his other friends hated hard work and had no desire to improve themselves. He decided to make new friends by attending conventions and seminars to connect with successful people. After he had completely replaced his network of friends, he made a list with two columns: those who would improve his life by association and those who could drag him down. Then he made two decisions. He would spend as much time as possible with the people who would improve his life. He would never spend more than 5 minutes around the people who could drag him down. After 3 years, the man was a millionaire. All right, now don't get too excited. We're not going to read that paragraph and become millionaires overnight. The point is, we've got to be very careful who we interact with on the regular. Because what is that old saying? Birds of a feather flock together. You start acting like, talking like, becoming like the same person. Like, why do you think a lot of us say a lot of the same things, after listening to Tony so long, or just even each other? We become like the company we keep. And I can honestly say, when I started back in April is when I started finding the Smiles Tribe and the DDTV fam, and I've gotten better. I've gotten better, and I think I've shared before. I do not have a lot of friends, and I am perfectly okay with that. I'm at the point in my life where I'm trying to cut out people. Like, I'm seriously trying to cut out Christmas. I had said to Blessing, let me just have a day off and no one come over, and I'm just home, like just being here doing nothing. That's how I really feel. Like, Christmas for me, and being in the vet you're spending. My homework last night was really good because I'm realizing, like, Christmas for me is like a lot of work. I have 4 kids. It's a lot of presents. It's a lot of food to cook, and it's always at my house because I have all the kids. And it's a whole thing. It really is. So I made some decisions through my homework last night that I'm not going to be, my kids, some of them are older. Brenna's 9, but they're going to have to realize. And I don't know who the lady on the live was tonight, but she probably has kids too, because we were kind of chatting during the thing about, like, our kids are going to be in for a rude awakening this Christmas. Oh my goodness. All right. So yeah, we're going to be millionaires, you guys, but not overnight, but we have to be mindful of the company we keep. And Coach Your Roots here. Hi, honey. I'm glad you're listening. Your associations don't have to be with the wealthy, powerful, or famous, but be intentional about associating with those determined to live a life of purpose. Of the persons you regularly spend time with, ask, does this person devote his or her time to helping humanity or tearing down humanity? After giving yourself truthful answers, decide whether each relationship is beneficial to you in reaching your destiny. So, this is easy. We can go right down the list. You can go right down the list in your head, or you can write down the people you're in communication with. And you can put a check mark. Are these people um, beneficial to you reaching your destiny? Or are these people in the way of you reaching your destiny? You know, there's no in between here. Either they are or they aren't, right? And then you have to decide. You have to make some decisions. You have to make some decisions. That's real good. All right. We've just got one page, both sides left. And I don't know, someone pray for my stomach because this happened last night. Now, you know how we used to blame everything on the devil. We can't do that anymore. I did not eat right 2 nights in a row. That is why my stomach is hurting. But I still need the prayer because I got to get through this page. I honestly just want to jump off of here and go stretch out. Oh my God, Shena. All right, so hold on. Let me X this thing out of here. How do we get that out of there? Okay, I've never done that. Now what? There's a lot happening. Okay, so hold on, you guys. I'm not around a lot of people. Bad energy. Yeah, divinity. Whew, thank you for praying for my stomach, Lisa. Yeah, we have to be careful. We really do. We really do. And I always say when I'm in someone's presence, how do I feel? Especially like, I'm around them and then they leave, or even when I get around them, like, how are they making me feel? Like, you just got to begin to know yourself and what's comfortable. And just like I was talking to Brent, the whole thing about the angels and Lucifer taking a third of them with him, there is evil in this world, okay? And we have to be gentle, wise as serpents, but gentle as doves. And we really gotta, vet our spending. We gotta vet the people we're around, even like as we're communicating online and getting to know each other through our platforms. And not everybody has a platform, but some of us are visiting other people and deciding to listen to them and take their advice and what they say. But we really, just, if anything I ever say doesn't sound right, look into it. Question me on it, email me about it. Like, we gotta be aware of what's going on. Queens are aware. Yes. How do I feel? I notice after I'm around and talk to some people, I feel drained. Oh, yeah. And people, if it's the same person that's always draining you, decide, how you're going to set that boundary with that person, because relationships, and I think I said it this morning on the study with me, like, it's a two-way thing. Relationships are two-way. So if one person's always draining you, that's not give and take. They're the taker and you're always the giver. And that's not healthy. We got to stop doing that. We claim healing for your stomach in the name of Jesus. Thank you. Thank you, Coach Haru. I ate a burger. Oh my God, I ate a burger and it's just sitting there. And I knew better because last night I ate late. It wasn't a burger, but it wasn't like anything like healthy. And it's making me really uncomfortable. So thank you for the prayers. Boss is posted in my office with me. Now, what is boss is posted in my office with me? Coach Root, what is, I don't understand what spoiled. Is that, I don't know, maybe I'm out of the loop. I don't know, boss, is boss a person? Spoiled? I don't know. Coach Root, if you're still up and listening, tell me what that means. I have to see the walk with the talk, and you can tell character even through YouTube videos. Yeah, yeah, you really can. When I was first starting on YouTube, like all the ads, what's up with all the ads? So sometimes I listen to them and I can learn something. Like I learned too, like, don't despise the ad, Sheena. You might get some good free information from the ad. Listen to the ad, but some people, yeah, you can listen to just for a little bit, Tracy Ann, and you can tell it's not for you, right? Oh, Coach Sheena, Boss is my dog. Aw, that's sweet. Yeah, my daughter Bria has two dogs, and Stella and Bosco. So they're really sweet. Sometimes I think Stella is looking right through me. Like Stella's like a real person. She really is. She really is. Oh my God, she's big now. I think she's going on 3 this spring, coming up. All right, let me get going here. Hear the still small voice of destiny. Let's get some water for the gulping ministry. Now, Lisa Smiles named it that because she always teases me that she can hear the gulping through the microphone. So, listen, get that good water in us, right? A man who owned an ice house lost a valuable watch amid all the sawdust inside. He made a thorough search of the building, carefully raking through the sawdust, but didn't find it. His workers looked also, but no one was able to find it. When the noon whistle blew, all the workers vacated the building to eat. Okay, he lost a watch. I forgot that quick what he lost. We're looking for a watch. His workers looked also, but no one was able to find it. When the noon whistle blew, all the workers vacated the building to eat. While they were away, a boy who had heard about their unsuccessful search slipped inside the ice house. He soon found the watch. Amazed, the owner asked him how he found it. It was simple, he explained. I closed the door and lay down quietly in the sawdust. I just kept very still, and soon I heard the watch ticking. I followed the sound until I found it. I'll take a good cleansing breath right there. Some of you need to get quieter. And I'm just saying, some of us need to get quieter and spend that time just listening. I was saying the other morning I got up really early and I didn't talk. I didn't pray. I didn't worship. I just listened to God and and listened for what He wanted to say to me. It's kind of like this, listening for the sound of the watch ticking. Sometimes we just need to get quiet and listen. Have you heard the sound of destiny calling out to you? Or did you think you had been passed over? The beauty of destiny is that there is a task for everyone. You are not forgotten or left out. Maybe you have to get quiet and follow the sound of destiny. Life moves quickly and most of the time noisily too. The average person is processing a barrage of messages at any given moment during the day. You get up in the morning thinking about everything you have to do that day. Those thoughts race through your mind as you get dressed. You navigate daily rush hour traffic while you listen to your favorite morning disc jockey or music CD. Does anybody have a CD in their car anymore? At the office, you hear voices throughout the workday. And as the day comes to a close, you begin thinking about your evening. And amid all these messages, your mind is speaking to you about your kids, your 401k, your mortgage, or your workout time. How can you possibly hear the pull of your destiny? You see what I mean? We've got to learn to get quiet because our mind is already filling us in with 1,000 different things. We've got to get quiet. We've got to get quiet. He was posted peeping at my treadmill. What? Oh, he was posted peeping at my treadmill that I won from Tony Gaskins that he posted on a YouTube video. Wait, what did I miss? Hold on. Claim healing. I have to see the walk. Now, Lisa told me don't suffer. Take care of yourself. Yeah, this chapter's almost done. I will. You want a treadmill, Coach Harut? I didn't know that. Well, that's exciting. That's exciting. I can't hear the gulp tonight. Oh, gosh, the gulping. Amen. Just sit still and listen to the voice of God. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Wow, I hope I haven't disappointed you, Lisa Smiles, because you haven't heard the gulping. All right, you guys. The last sentence, the last question in that paragraph was, how can you possibly hear the pull of your destiny with all those other things? Sometimes destiny speaks quietly in subtle opportunities at the hands of those we least suspect. People we least suspect. The ordinary looking fellow you stand behind in the movie line may be the corporate executive who can hire or mentor you. Showing up at an event that is not a part of your usual social circle may introduce you to the people who will help usher you to another place along your destiny journey. Destiny is a powerful draw, but will not overwhelm you with shouting. The quiet voice of your future tugs at you when you are in touch with the truth that you have future and a purpose. That voice can guide you. Connect with destiny's unobtrusive voice and listen. What do they say? We have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, right? We need to listen more than we speak. Get quiet and still, like the boy who found the watch when no one else could. If you've never practiced getting still, discover the benefits of finding your quiet place. Oh, this is so good. Develop a regular practice of stillness so that you can be attuned to destiny speaking to you. And this is something, you guys, I had to do when I started my healing journey because my mind would race so much. In my past and background, there's mental illness. So when I decided to start healing, I really had to learn how to sit still. And I would practice just like 1 minute, and then I would increase it to 1 minute, 30 seconds, and then 2 minutes. I mean, really, really baby steps. And the best tool I learned was just to follow my breath and to feel it as I'm breathing, going in and out of my body, resting my hand on my belly and feeling that go up and down and just being still. And any time a thought came in, just letting it pass by and then going back to recognizing the breath, because our breath is always with us. But we've got to learn, this is essential in healing. We have to learn how to be still and how to be quiet. Okay? In that time of stillness, reflect on events and conversations that may be opportunities to move to another level. Think about how you are growing and emerging in preparation of what God has in store for you. You hear sounds all day long, each and every day, but destiny's voice requires that you listen. Well, maybe that's why he keeps waking me up super early. You will find the message that destiny has reserved just for you as you move beyond the physical act of taking in auditory stimuli to comprehending and responding to the message found within the sounds that you hear. Shh. Did you hear that? Destiny is speaking to you now. Yeah, that's the end of the chapter. And this was really good to end with this. You know, we've got to be still, we've got to be quiet, and we've got to let God talk to us. Sometimes we spend a lot of time talking to Him and praying, which we should. That's good to do. But we've got to learn to be quiet. And I love the quiet. The older I get, the better it sounds. The older I get, the better quiet sounds. And maybe that's because I still have kids in my house and I take care of kids. But the quieter it is, that's my peace. That's my peace, you know. And also my walks. I love my walks in the morning, especially my morning ones, because if I start off with it just quiet. Oh, you guys want to know what happened? Not today, but the day before. So I started my walk, and I was going to make a sharing with Shena, but I was just enjoying. It was dark out because I get Brent on the bus early. When she takes the bus, it's like 6:44 in the morning. So I got her on the bus and I started going up the hill that's near my house. And I happened to look up and I saw two stars in the sky. And I was like, wow, I hadn't seen a star in a really long time. And I looked up again and then I saw three. And I was just comforted because I thought Father, Son, Holy Spirit right away. And then I was like, wow, it's really dark out here. So I had to turn, you know, my flashlight on my phone. But I was on a sidewalk away from like the road. And then, you guys, honestly, I looked up again and I saw a shooting star. Now, maybe it wasn't, but to me, it was just timing. And it really looked like something just like flashed across the sky. And I just knew it was God. It was God, like, I'm here, I'm with you. You know, you're not alone, Sheena. And it was just comforting me. It was a really good moment for me. And I was just smiling and I was just happy. So yeah, let's just all learn how to get quiet a little bit. So that's our talking time. And I also wanted to say I have 7 people who have registered for the group coaching workshop Saturday. So I'm excited about that, and I'll let you guys know how that goes. So that's that. I trust that you heard something that will help you along your destiny journey. I am thankful for the fellowship with you guys and having the company as I read. Thank you for the prayers. And I think I've learned my lesson. I cannot eat late at night. And if I eat something later than I should, it's got to be something that's helpful to me because the way I feel right now is no bueno, right? Yay, congrats on the group coaching. Yeah, I'm excited, Lisa. So it's going to be in person, actually. That's what I'm thrilled about because I've always had this vision of having a building and having women come together, and it's happening Saturday. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about that. And the space only holds 12 and 7 people. And I know a couple nights ago we talked about the numbers, and right now 7's a good number, right? Number of completion. So that's good. All right, so thank you for the congratulations. I'm so glad that you all joined me. We had Divinity, Lisa Smiles, Coach Root, Divinity, and Lisa Smiles. So that's good. It's real good, you guys. Just stay in the faith, keep pressing on, keep remembering who you are in Christ, keep loving yourself. And yeah, I'm about to go stretch myself out, like for real. I really am. So always, always, always remember that true healing begins with self-love. Why? Because God is love and He lives on the inside of you. All right, we will talk soon. Yeah, Tracy, on 7 is a lot. It's nice. It's going to be real nice. And I found out that I talked to my assistant today that helps me with the daycare. So she's going to meet me there and just help me set up early. So that was nice of her. So, all right. I'll talk to you guys soon. 7 o'clock, we'll try to get that video posted for you guys in the morning. If it's a little late, forgive me, but 7 o'clock hour, that's our goal. Divinity, I can't stand it when someone just runs their mouth for what? Learn to just be quiet. Yeah, Coach Root. Sometimes people just like to hear themselves talk. They do. It makes them feel validated and good. Oh, but we have a choice. We don't have to listen, right? Everything's a choice. Always remember you have a choice to walk away. You have a choice not to listen. So that's the beauty and healing and growing. Choices are good. All right. I love you guys. I'm out. Thank you, Divinity, for saying congratulations. That's awesome. All right. Good evening. Good evening, Coach Haru. Bye, guys. Love ya.